Jimmy Jacobs.
I'm John Nguyen.
I'm Nguyen Jacobson. This is our presentation on ornament and crime. Adolf Loos believed that ornamentation was erotic in nature and that the first work of art was made so that the painter could rid himself of surplus energy. He believed that this was acceptable in the past, but if someone did it in the modern day, they would be a criminal or be considered a degenerate.
Critiques of ornament. Adolf Loos believed that ornaments are a waste of time and not necessary in making them. He compares it to people wearing fancy clothes and wasting all their time and money on design. Adolf believed that it is a crime to put ornaments on buildings, and therefore, through his works, we are able to witness his visions on what he believes is right.
Who is Adolf Loos? Here are a few examples of his ornaments that are not his. This is Adolf's new style. The lack of ornaments is a sign of intellectual power, states Adolf. Be not afraid of being called unfashionable. And then we have the Lou House. All right. And then for the summary, Adolf Loos is the author of Ornament and Crime, a paper that strongly critiques ornament. Ornament being an object used to make something more appealing, but having no practical use. Adolf Loos' early life was heavily influenced by his father being a stonemason, allowed Loos to see architecture at an early age. However, his father had hearing problems and passed away when Loos was at the young age of 9. This caused Loos to live a solitary life, which was worsened when he inherited the same hearing problem from his father. Loos also had been through 3 divorces and was a convicted pedophile. During his early life, he attended many universities, allowing him to grow as an architect and eventually visit America, where he would learn about new architecture strategies that the Chicago School of Architecture taught. He was intent on following the idea that form follows function. From this new philosophy of architecture, Loos started to deride the Viennese style of architecture that entirely relied on ornament for its appeal. Adolf Loos believed that architecture would follow culture. Thus, as culture became more modern and more ornament, the more ornament would be left at the wayside. This is shown through the quote, "The evolution of culture is synonymous with the removal of ornament from objects of everyday use." The, the reason one of Adolf Loos' most influential pieces of literature is called Ornament and Crime is because he believed in the progress through architecture. In turn, because ornaments have been left behind by progress and culture, it should be a crime to force people to waste their time on outdated and archaic architecture. During this time, Adolf Loos created the Loos House, a building directly opposite of Hofburg Palace. The Hofburg Palace, in Adolf Loos' eyes, was a perfect representation of the crime of ornament, being overly gaudy while having no real architectural value. So the Loos House was completely the opposite, with little to no ornament on it, but also had very interesting architectural designs within it. The paper Ornament and Crime specifically focused on the idea that we had outgrown ornament and needed to define our own style. However, he thought people were so stuck in their own traditions that they refused to let it go. Through his belief that we are so healthy in our culture, he rationalizes that ornament is not an expression of our culture. Buildings constructed with ornament today simply do not relate to us in any way. Thus, ornaments are a waste of time. He constructs the idea ornament implies a premature devaluation of labor, as a worker's time is wasted, similar to having a writing desk that has fallen out of fashion. Since ornaments fall out of style so quickly, it is often changed or replaced within a few years. Lastly, he argues the absence of ornament has raised other arts to new heights by comparing it to the idea of music. In Loos' eyes, Beethoven could not have written his symphonies had he been a man that walked around in silk, velvet, and lace. Rather, by being a man that matched the culture of time, so did his music reflect it.